If you've been to a toy store lately, you know that there are plenty of dollhouses on the market. When I went to shop for one for my daughter, I found that they were either very expensive and elaborate, or they were cheap and not very interesting. And I wasn't satisfied with either of those options, so I decided to change that. I'm Cara.
And I'm Sarah.
And we're Storytime Toys. We're conducting a campaign for our line of 3 toy houses that are based on classic fairy tales. They each come with a storybook and can be broken down and easily stored in a portable carry case.
Our product combines physical play and books to stimulate interest in reading among kids who are more physically oriented, and vice versa. Both skills are critically important for kids to learn while they're young. So many dollhouses on the market are girly and pink and purple, and the artwork is a complete afterthought. For our toys, I wanted something very different, something classic, and bringing in original artwork that's interesting and inspiring for the kids. So we decided to base our toys off of the houses in classic fairy tales. We started with Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, the 3 Little Pigs, and Hansel and Gretel. I wanted to bring what was important from these classic stories and artwork to our toys with a fresh new look. I created the artwork on the houses to feel like the illustrations in a children's book. Each story has this very specific personality that I wanted the artwork to portray. The Goldilocks house is in an intimate treehouse setting. The bears have collectibles around the house, woodland furniture, and special pictures of their family. I wanted to create a fun place for Baby Bear to play in with the swing and the treehouse, and for Mama and Papa Bear to have a beautiful kitchen and living room. Hansel and Gretel encounter a magical house where every part is edible and delicious. The grass is made of sugar and the walls are gingerbread, covered in cookies, old-fashioned candies, and frosting. The witch has created her house so that every part is enticing to a child. The bakery inside her house is filled with jars of candy. She has a staircase made of chocolate bars, and out back there's a decadent candy garden for Hansel and Gretel to explore. Down the road is where the 3 little pigs live. In this story, the first 2 pigs were so lazy, so I made the straw house to look like a pile of straw tied together with a rope, and the stick house to just be a pile of sticks stacked on top of each other. They're also constructed so they fall down easily when the wolf huffs and puffs. However, the brick house is sturdy with lots of finishing touches, like wallpaper, window boxes, and a brick-lined walkway. And we didn't forget about the wolf. He has a forest near the pig's house to hide in and sneak up on them. All of these details are meant to stimulate kids' imagination and give them new things to discover every time they play, as well as beginning to spark interest in art and design.
It was important to me, as an MIT-trained product designer, that our toys be well-engineered, yet fun for kids. After considering many design options, I decided to make our house from EVA foam and cardstock. When you laminate these 2 materials together, they become very stiff, almost like a piece of wood, yet at the same time, they're lightweight. By choosing these materials, it's allowed us to use a manufacturing process called die cutting, which means that we can keep our costs low while still delivering a high-quality product. I designed the product so that it could be assembled by a young child without any tools or screws. And at the end of the day, when they're finished playing with it, they can take it back apart, put all of the pieces into the carrying case, and then store it on a bookshelf. Since we're not building a traditional type of dollhouse, I knew that we had to focus on making sure that our toys were visually stunning and something that kids would want to play with again and again. That's why I brought in a fantastic artist and friend, Sarah Argue. Sarah was trained as an illustrator at the Rhode Island School of Design, and I knew that she was the right person to take our products from just being functionally well designed to something that was interesting, beautiful, and fun. We've created a dollhouse that my daughter loves, and so do all of the other children that we've tested it with. It's fun, it's safe, it's popular with both genders, it stimulates kids' imaginations, and most importantly, it's a durable dollhouse. It's not too expensive or elaborate. It's not too cheap and uninteresting. Like the Goldilocks tale, it's just right.
Our toy houses, books, and product boxes are completely designed, tested, and we've even done a short production run to work out any kinks. Now we are raising funds for our first full run to bring them to you. Please support our Kickstarter and bring Storytime to a child in your life.